Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Ultimate Decades Challenge. My name is Rinzi, and we are in the year 1309. Now, if you've been catching up with this series, you know that a lot has happened. Our heir has been having babies. We've been having some good luck with our roles, which is great, but there has been some heartbreak and some mending and makeups and breakups where Emma is concerned. But last episode, Cassian and Joan met and became good friends, or decent friends, and agreed that they did not want the marriage that their parents arranged for them, and naively think that that might be enough to break the treaty between both Willow Creek and Windenburg. And so Cassian went, spoke to Emma, declared his love, and things seem to be going great. So where are we? Here we have Emma and Cassian. So I kind of decided to play into what they tried to do the night before or the morning of, because we're still in Monday, which is the day that Emma aged up. And I figured that they were so convinced that this would work out. They're so optimistic over being able to finally end up together after several years of knowing one another and essentially hiding from everyone around them, or in Cassian's case at least. And they went ahead and let their passions overtake them. And they decided to spend the night in the tavern over the marketplace, where you might recall where we spent May Day, I believe. And James and Matilda assume that Emma's just gone to work early, as she usually does, and since she sleeps separate from the main house, they wouldn't have noticed either way. So Cassian and Emma did sneak over to the tavern. It looks like Wallace the blacksmith also tends at the bar at this tavern, which is interesting. And I actually did not bring him here, but Cassian's uncle, who is also the advisor to the king, is here this morning. So it is early. These two are still asleep. Whether or not something will result from this is to be determined. And I'm going to have them wake up. And it looks like Cassian's feeling pretty good. He's feeling a close connection to Emma. It feels great to spend time with someone with whom Prince Cassian feels a deep connection. And he's very happy about their first woohoo. He's happy to be friends with a peasant. Cool. And Emma's feeling very energetic too. She's still feeling warmed by that kiss. She's also reeling from her first ever woohoo. And it looks like she is energized from being around a sim that cared enough to give helpful advice. So I'll take this as she is grateful that Cassian cared enough to be honest with her and to make a very difficult decision and try to give up his crown in order to be with her. And she's feeling kind of fine, but it says flying with no parachute. No protection was used during this latest woohoo session, which could be a problem. You know, it's risky that they went into this so certain over the outcome. And it looks like they're both trying to go get a drink. I also noticed, I did not set it, but they both don't want a child right now. So that'll be fun. And Emma is looking absolutely elated. So it's pretty early. It looks like Cassian probably has to head back home very soon. He doesn't know that his uncle is just hanging out down here, having an early drink down at this bar. And I'm gonna have him grab and kiss Emma using this, I think, the More Kisses mod. So that is a very passionate animation. So yeah, the love is there, and we're rooting for them. And it looks like, so when he aged up, he developed the erratic trait, which is interesting. And he's out here trying to get naked and shower in the rain. So it looks like Cassian's uncle has left, but he probably Oh my god, Cassian. But he probably last minute caught these two in this passionate embrace as he kisses Emma goodbye and goes about his merry way. So there he goes. Ooh, okay. I'm so glad he popped up. So this is Leoric, so one of my very awesome and supportive viewers who has commented here and there. Christina actually mentioned we had a brief little back and forth about how hot the gallery blacksmith is. So I decided to create a younger brother for him. He's a young adult. I age the blacksmith Wallace up to adult status. And so this is Leoric, and he is just moved to downtown Windenburg from Henford, which I see as like the English countryside, obviously. I know that Windenburg is supposed to be modeled after Germany, but since most people do start their challenge in Windenburg, I do see it as kind of English adjacent. So anyway, this is Leoric. He is Wallace's younger brother. He has just moved here from Henford, where he and Wallace are from originally. He stayed behind to be with their parents, and who unfortunately passed away. And so Leoric has moved into the city to live with his brother Wallace and learn the blacksmith trade. You can see here that he has a couple of scars, and I decided that he had some narrow escape with the bear. He also has scars over his chest and leg. But yeah, he's a little cutie pie. I'm actually gonna have Emma come let me take control of him. Since for some reason Wallace is working at the tavern, I'm gonna have him go say hi to his brother. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. It looks like he's having a chat with his brother. He seems to be in an angry mood. Why don't you also order a drink? And while you're here, order a drink for Emma. Like, yeah, serve this lady up. I'll take care of it. And I'll have... Oh gosh, Arn is here. Looks like he narrowly missed the interaction with his son and Emma. So, Emma, why don't you give a friendly introduction? Why don't you get to know Emma a bit? Help him out, I guess? He seems to be very uncomfortable right now. Let's discuss interests. Oh, Emma can't get enough of the stories Leoric tells, especially the last one. It really brought that conversation alive. It looks like they're having a nice little conversation here. And Leoric has the caregiver personality type. Oh my god, Leoric's got cake. I didn't do that on purpose, but okay. Okay, so the weather... Oh god, Alice is back here and she sounds pissed. Alice and Arn are probably here looking for Cassian or something, because the Willow Creek royal family are guests. So she found out that Leoric is cheerful. Discuss or give him a heartfelt compliment. Thank him for buying you a drink. Leoric has learned that Emma is good. So I didn't do this, but she learned that Leoric is a mixologist at the Old Quarter Tavern, which isn't this one. It's another one down the road. So that's interesting. Ooh, and Emma actually thinks that he's very attractive. What does he think of her? He does think she's pretty, which is great. I don't know, maybe he prefers brunettes to blondes, but she is obviously a very pretty girl. And it looks like Emma is a people person. Okay, King Arn is just hanging out here. He probably heard that Cassian was around here, so, you know, he's probably trying to catch him in something. Obviously, he doesn't... Oh, gosh, and Louis is here, too. I wonder if Joan ran off. Maybe Joan ran off, and Arn and Louis came out looking for their kids. Who knows, maybe they think they're getting along too well, and they don't want things to get inappropriate. Let's see. Express admiration, I guess. But these two are getting along. I just wanted to add another cutie, and just in case, and I guess they're getting along a little better than I might have expected. So yeah, they've actually developed a better friendship than I thought, and they've developed that friendship a lot faster than I could have imagined. But it is afternoon, so for Emma to keep up that ruse that she actually went to work, she's got to go ahead and head home. So I'm going to release control of Leoric here. But yeah, Leoric is a sweet guy. Okay, so while Emma headed home, I wanted to come and check in on Lavinia and Elric, and it looks like Lavinia is pregnant with their second child. Very exciting. What is this glitch where they're missing their body parts? It looks like her parents are still here. There's Elric. So she's in her first trimester. I'm going to have her share the news with Elric. She gave him a pregnancy test. Nope, she didn't. Oh, but he's so happy. He gave her a hug and a kiss. Oh, he's so excited. Oh, they're so happy about it. That is just lovely. There's little Dominic hanging around with Melissa. So she's going to tell Dominic. He seems unsure how to handle the news, but I think he's happy. And Jaquetta is still very pregnant as well, and also missing her torso. Let me try to X out of this game and see if that fixes it. Okay, so her body is back, and she looks so cute pregnant. Oh my goodness. It looks like Elric and Lavinia are jokesters. I think that definitely tracks. Ever since they met, they've been a little silly. So I love that. I love that it happens naturally. Oh my goodness, Melissa's crawling. I think this is the first time I see the infants crawl. That is so cute. Aw, Lavinia really appreciated receiving such kind attention from Dominic just now. That affection made her feel extra special. Aw, so that is adorable. She and her son have a very close little bond. And Elric is helping out with Melissa. That is just adorable. Elric is really trying to prove his worth as a son-in-law by helping out here. But I think he's just like a genuinely nice guy. What is happening? Can you stop flirting with your mother-in-law, Elric? I think Elric is just one of those guys where everything just comes off as flirting, but he's just being super friendly. Stop being weird. Okay, so I'll leave this family to their own devices and go over to check on James and company. So we're back at the farm. Why don't you put the baby to bed? Or is he hungry? Yes, so why don't you feed him? Oh, it looks like Georgie's a self-soother. Oh, goodness, Emmeline. James, why don't you play with her real quick just to get her fun up? And then go ahead and put him to sleep. He'll be fine. Okay, so Emmeline had her fun. I'll have Emma put her to bed. Have some time with Auntie Emma. I'll have Emma clean up here. And then I'll have her go to bed. And James's fun is low, so before bed, why don't you go and woohoo with your wife? Also, Emma came to check on Emmeline, and she has this moodlet, good company. Sims appreciate being around someone they adore. Aw, she's such a good aunt. I think it's weird that she doesn't want any kids. Right now, at least. Emma, stop bottle feeding him. We don't do that here. It looks like both the kids are a little startled by that thunderstorm. Ugh, everything's broken. Oh, poor little Georgie. He's got tears in his eyes. It's okay, baby. Leoric, what are you doing here? Okay, he just came in and to help with the bottle? Why did you come? Did he come looking for Emma? Why are you here? He's afraid of thunderstorms? Okay, go home. Interesting. He probably came looking for Emma. Oh, you're so funny. Okay, go on, go home. Because I did not invite you here. Okay, Matilda's feeling okay. She's feeling protective of her babies. We love a mama bear. Looks like Emily's got a very big imagination. That's great. Looks like James feeling some burnout. You know, it's probably because he's a creative guy. He wants to play music and he's out there woodworking, which, you know, isn't bad, but it's not like 100% what he wants to do. And let's sell some wool. Gotta clean the coop too. Make some money off this fertilizer. Okay, so Curly's in a good mood today. Let's go ahead and sell that. Okay, so we are back at the Windenburg Palace where Cassian is just having a time to himself and playing some chess. Meanwhile, Arn and his royal advisor and brother have, oh my goodness, that was fast. So now they have a difficult family dynamic. But Arn and Dargor came in because Cassian's uncle told Arn about what he saw over at the marketplace. And Arn is like, listen, mistresses aren't unheard of, but you're out there acting up in public, and it's not a good look, especially since he and Louis were out there looking for him and Joan, who God knows where Joan was. So I think Cassian's finally just like, listen, this isn't what I want. I've decided what I wanted, and here comes Alice to see what is happening. And despite her not wanting to get involved in politics, Alice is going to yell at Dargor for the way that she's talking to Cassian. She is not a fan. She's like, don't talk to my son like that. I know you're his uncle. So Cassian and his father are just going at it. And Cassian's refusing the throne at this point. He's like, I've made my decision. And Joan agrees. And we've got royal advisor brother over here whispering in the king's ear about how this could tarnish relationships with Willow Creek. And on top of that, after Cassian's already been announced as the heir and stuff, abdicating, I'm sure, isn't unheard of, but he's probably arguing that if Cassian went on to live his life in the countryside and were to change his mind somehow and have these quote-unquote legitimate children with this peasant girl, that could cause like a civil war. It's just a political nightmare. And so Arn is listening to that. He's got his brother whispering in his ear. And despite the love that he has for his son, he will always hold the best interests of his kingdom over anything else, over his own family if he has to. And that's, you know, it's probably one of the hardest parts of being a ruler. And it's something that he has to instill in Cassian as well. So Arn has made up his mind. He says Cassian is going to marry Joan, or else this would count as treason. And Cassian's relationship with his uncle is not great. And he and his father still have an okay relationship, but it has definitely gone down. And Alice went away because she could not take this arguing anymore. You know, this is her son after all. And obviously she loves her husband, but things are just dire at the moment. And Cassian is just having a moment to himself to think about how incredibly wrong this has gone. And not only that, but he and Emma already did the deed. He has risked tarnishing Emma's reputation at this point. And with a select few villagers having seen them come out of that tavern, the peasant village loves a good gossip. So I'm going to have him go and visit Emma. And I'm sorry, guys, those of you who wanted the end game, please don't kill me. I ended up flipping a coin to see where this would lead, and I took some input from a few of you who made some really good points for both sides. And I did consider what would happen depending on the decision and what the consequences would be of each decision. So this is where my coin flip led me. And I don't know, maybe I will make a video going more in depth of like little headcanons here and there. So it is decided. Cassian essentially has no choice. He has to step up, take his rightful place as the Windenburg heir, marry Joan, and whatever happens with him and Emma moving forward, you know, it's unfortunate. But he is going to tell Emma up front this time. He's not going to beat around the bush. It wasn't fair that he left her hanging last time. Oof. All right. Okay. I did not get this notification before I went to the royal household, but it looks like Emma is definitely pregnant. Unwanted child on the way. And I know that Cassian also doesn't want children, so this is going to be an interesting conversation. You know, she's clearly in her first trimester, but she's not super showing yet. So she's going to go ahead and announce the unwanted pregnancy. And he is horrified and full of regret here. So I think because of all the threats and the risks, he doesn't want to give Emma any hope. And so he's going to tell her that he actually loves Joan and that he wants to marry her and break Emma's heart. And obviously, you know, neither one of them wants this pregnancy right now. He's telling her that he loves Joan and breaking her heart. Emma's partner confessed that they are in love with someone else. What should Emma do? She's going to end their relationship right now. Princess Joan and Emma now despise each other. You don't even know each other. Oh no! Something's wrong with Emma's pregnancy. Oh, geez. This is a lot. Okay. It looks like James is here. So James probably came looking for Emma and caught wind of that conversation. So he's going to shout forbidden words at Cassie, and he is pissed. He did not know that Emma was pregnant, I don't think. So I'm sure he overheard that. And he is just pissed at him for tarnishing his sister's reputation, betting her just to break her heart. He's going to shove him. Like, how freaking dare you? I can't believe this BS. He dislikes romance enthusiasts, so he knows that Cassian's a little playboy. So he's just going to insult him, and he's going to fight him. He's like, I've had enough of your BS. And the improperly dressed townspeople are here witnessing. Leoric is here too. So he's probably overhearing what the hell has happened with poor Emma. Ooh, this made James evil? No, I'm going to say no, because I don't think this makes him evil. He is just a protective brother. So they now hate each other. Oh my god. Oh, Emma. Jeez, okay. So it looks like this 100% ended terribly. Poor Emma, from the stress of this all, lost the baby. So even though she didn't want the baby, it's really sad that the stress of all of this took a toll on her enough to lose it. And I didn't think it would lead here. So she has a grudge, she's hurt, and she has a rift. So James and Emma are gonna go home. So Emma and James have returned. Emma is just completely devastated. Oh gosh. So we've got feeling hurt slip through my fingers. When a sim has so many friends, it can be hard to hold on to them all. Even still, Emma feels bad when she loses one. They love another. To hear that the one you love wholeheartedly, exclusively, has feelings for another, what a cruel twist of fate. And baby gone. It's a loss almost alien that Emma feels. It goes counter to her reluctance at having this pregnancy to begin with, and yet is real, tangible. Perhaps in some months or years, Emma will look back and think this sad fate was for the best. For now, there's only a strange, inescapable mourning, even guilt. And yeah, looks like she's already off to cry. Why don't you just go to bed? I'm gonna have her skip work today as well. And James is going to tell Matilda about what happened, of course. Yeah, he's like, I know you know this guy on like a familial level, but this is messed up. And I'm sure Matilda has seen stuff like this before. You know, it's not unheard of for nobles to just act completely out of pocket here. So they're having like a deep personal conversation. Oh, it looks like Emma couldn't sleep. She wants to talk to Matilda. James, why don't you let the ladies talk? Go to sleep or something. And I know that Emma means the world to Matilda. She has been there for her through so much. She's gonna ask for some advice. And so obviously, naturally, Matilda wants to be there for her. And I'm sure, she was really rooting for them. So it's just a sad all around situation. Matilda, why don't you just bring out some cheese and bread? Get Emma to eat something. She's like, here you go, eat something. So I'm gonna have Matilda gossip. I feel like obviously they weren't exactly discreet and people definitely saw things. And I'm sure the locals know that Emma is not married, and so she fell for the romantic prince's BS, essentially. So that's not looking super great for Emma right now, because something like that can completely just ruin her marriage prospects. And we've got a knock on the door, and it looks like Leoric is here after hearing all that fuss outside of the tavern where he works. So looks like Leoric ran over here after all the hubbub to ask how she's doing. He's like, listen, I heard everything that was going on. I'm so sorry. I know we just met, but you seem like a really nice girl. And James is here like, who are you? And Emma's probably super embarrassed after Matilda told her that the town was talking about the fact that she was essentially ruined and that she fell for the prince's romantic habits. I think she kind of thinks it's over for her. I feel like Leoric is kind of like an anxious individual. He's very scarred, and people are extremely judgmental. So he probably feels like his own marriage prospects aren't super great, but he really cares about Emma as a friend. And so I feel like he's going to basically setting up a marriage of convenience for himself and Emma. Since James is basically her guardian, I guess, even though she's an adult, but she's an unmarried woman. And James is in agreement, I think. So Emma and Leoric are engaged. And so, Emma's grateful. She's sad, but grateful. And it looks like that improved their friendship as well. And he's probably like, listen, I'm not gonna make you do anything that you are uncomfortable with. This is really just, why is he behind the curtain? Go here. He's basically like, this is just for everyone's convenience here. But yeah, I'm gonna have, oh, he's crying. Oh, Leoric, future looks grim. That's kind of grim. He's happy to be engaged. I guess he didn't, it's not something that he saw in his future, but I'm gonna have him go home. He'll probably go tell his brother, like, by the way, I'm gonna go get married. Why don't you go to sleep? Oh, Emmeline came to say hi to Emma. Aw. I feel like Emmeline always can just sense when something is up with Emma. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a wedding event for tomorrow. Oh, I didn't mean for this to be immediate. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, please take your seats. All the brothers are seated together. Elric looks so sad too. He's probably just learned about it. He's like, what do you mean Emma's getting married to some guy we don't know from out of town? Oh, it looks like Leoric's giving her a few reassuring words. Elric went to go sit next to his wife, who is missing her body again. So here they go. Despite the situation, I feel like Leoric has definitely been so kind and has helped Emma sort of just accept this. It's pretty much the only way here. So here they are getting married while everyone obediently stays seated and watches. They're doing their vows, but I feel like Leoric probably asked his brother, who I forgot to invite to this, to like smith some kind of ring or something, or weld it, I guess, for Emma. Okay, so I'm gonna move them to their own place, but for now I'll just move Emma over. And we do need to pay a dowry. Well, I don't know why they have $20,000, but they're technically peasants. So she's given her dowry. They've gotten married. So I haven't found a home for them in the gallery. I'm just going to say that they're staying with Leoric's brother until he finishes building their house. And I'm going to have the brother congratulate them on the marriage. Like, welcome to the family. Wow, you're married now. Congratulations. And I feel like they're not going to have a wedding night tonight. He's going to let her have some space. He's doing his thing. They're good friends, but, you know, they both need some space right now. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I had a feeling I wanted to come check on Lavinia and Leoric, and we made it back home, and sure enough, Lavinia is in labor. She looked like she was about to pop. So we'll go ahead and start this home birth. So there's too much going on. I'm gonna have Leoric just have a little sway with his wife here, just because I haven't seen them have that interaction. I need Philip to get Melissa out of here. Okay, so here they are having their cute little sway. Okay, so she switched. Okay, no. Why are you... Okay. So he's holding her hand and helping her out, being supportive. I forgot to switch it to that setting where she keeps her clothes on. Wow, okay. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I see this interaction, and it is something. And why did they put this bassinet here? I literally just put one in the corner. Look at Dominic just fast asleep. Oh, and they had a girl. Okay. Okay. Let's name her Arabelle. I have that on my list here. Okay, so one baby. Oh, right. There she is. She is blushy. That's so sweet. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll for mom. Oh, no. Oh, no. Jeez. Okay. This is terrible. Okay, let's roll for Arabelle. Okay, so Arabelle makes it and Lavinia does not. This is so devastating. I love Lavinia and Leoric so much. I'm gonna go give her a moment with her baby. Oh, but maybe if Grim shows up this time, Leoric can plead for her life as well, so... Oh, and I forgot, I do have to roll for her infant roll, so no 12, 16, or 18. Okay, so Arabelle's gonna be fine. Okay. So, Lavinia's... Okay, she's dying right in front of her poor baby. Okay, hurry up, Grim. I need to plead for my wife. I need you to beg for your wife's life here. Please. Please, please, please. No. Oh, I'm so upset. I'm so sad. I can't believe it. Ouch. Okay, so it looks like she had a placental abruption, and that's how she passed away. Okay, I'm gonna put her out here. And it looks like Jaquetta's helping out with Arabelle. Okay, guys. So, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. This turned out to be a lot more tragic than I thought it would be. Poor Emma and Cassian split up. He had no choice, but after that conversation with his father and his uncle, there is way too much at stake. I'm really sorry about everything that happened. If you guys are upset by it and you were hoping for Endgame, I was hoping for Endgame too, and that was my initial plan for them. But after a few factors and flipping a coin to finally make that decision, this is what we came up with. It doesn't mean that this is the end of Emma and Cassian. It just isn't the love story that we all wanted. But let me know what you guys think of Leoric. Yes, I did create him for the purpose of this storyline, and for Emma to develop a loving relationship with someone who wasn't Cassian. So who knows, they might just stay friendly and have kids of their own without that love. We'll see. And then unfortunately, we have lost Lavinia, Elric's wife, who I also really loved. Probably have to find another wife for Elric, and maybe I'll start utilizing some kind of hashtag if you guys want to create any townies. So that is the end of our first decade, and I will have a decade recap video before we start the next decade, which would be 1310. Now, the upcoming decade is a little scary because we do have the Great Famine coming up, which is where I do regret not marrying all the siblings off sooner, but whatever, we're just gonna have to double time it and have as many kids as we can. You know, hopefully things look up in the future, and again, I'm sorry for the very grim ending to an already grim episode. Thank you guys again. I really appreciate all the feedback I've received, and we'll see where this leads us. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day, guys. Bye.